In this video, we're going to take a look at the Samsung Galaxy S10 in 2022. Is it still worth buying? It's 2022. People are getting more and more impatient. Stuff has to go faster. And even though we don't want to admit it, we have the attention span of a goldfish. And this is part of the reason people are upgrading their phones. They need that faster processing speed. We all want better cameras to take better photos and better video. And we're just so drawn to new devices. It's something new, something special that just came out. Everyone's getting it. Why shouldn't I get it? Has a better camera, looks very fancy. But let's stop and consider. 2 weeks later, after you purchase, that phone is going to be boring. You're going to be used to it. It's just going to be another phone. You use it for your daily tasks. And those tasks really, if you stop and consider, would work exactly the same way on an older device. It would be just as capable. Let's take a look at some pictures and some video footage that I took with this S10 here. This is in slightly darker conditions after sunset, so it's a bit of a low light situation. Here you can see in this picture, it's pretty clear still, considering it's a pretty old phone now. We have the S22 out now, and this is the S10. And then here's a video with video stabilization on. In this video here, I'm walking and not really paying attention to holding the phone steady at all. I'm just walking and holding the phone, and it's able to stabilize the video quite well. And you can still get Ultra HD footage here with 60 frames per second, which is pretty good, which is about all you need. The general resolution that most people record at is 1080p at 30 frames per second. And if you're not some crazy videographer, that's going to be completely fine with you. These phones somewhat struggle in very low light. If you compare them, say, to an iPhone, like to the newer iPhones now, or at least an iPhone 13, that's going to do considerably better in low light conditions. The night mode shots are still somewhat grainy, but during the day you're still completely fine. And even some of the newer phones, like I tried the Samsung S20 Ultra, the night mode, honestly, in my opinion, it was not all that much better. So I definitely wouldn't consider even upgrading to the S20 Ultra. I would definitely stick to this S10. I'm using the S10 Plus. I've been using it for quite a while now, probably a bit over a year, and my wife has the Samsung S10, also using it for 2 years now. She's still very happy with it. No complaints there. So these are actually devices that I have used as my daily phones. This is not an unboxing video where I just go over some specs. This is actually, these are actually phones that I've tested, I've used, and I'm able to tell you how they hold up over time. This has the latest version of Android installed on it. You can still get those on the S10. And that is basically it. The battery life is also still pretty good, considering if you get it used, the battery life might be a little depleted already. Depends. If you buy these new, you can still get them new for a pretty reasonable price, and the battery should still be good. And that's basically it. It's a quick look at the Samsung S10 and also the S10 Plus, which basically has just a bigger screen, an additional camera in the front, and a slightly bigger battery, but that's mainly it. So I would definitely recommend the Samsung S10 Plus. If you have it, I wouldn't consider upgrading personally. If you don't have it and you're considering buying it, I would definitely recommend it. It's a very nice buy, and they've gone down in value quite a bit, but now they've kind of plateaued. That's what most phones, once they are brand new, they're expensive, Then their value is like a rock falling off a cliff, and then it kind of evens out and stays at its value and kind of holds that value for some time. That's what the S10 has hit now. So it's probably about the cheapest, or as cheap as it's going to get for a while. If you're interested in more videos like this, consider subscribing. Hit that like button if you like this video and if you got value out of it, and I'll see you in the next one.